Hey, Campton Family Compound, how you doing? Maybe you might know. I'm working on YouTube and I'm taking a break from it. My head is pounding. I've been working on it all day. I'm trying to do end screens. Does anybody understand the end screens or how to do them? Hey, Steve, how you doing? Hey, living a rogue life, how you doing? Good afternoon. Just taking a break. My head's pounding from working on all this stuff. Hey, Peanuts, how you doing? Trying to learn end screens. Anybody have any intel how to do end screens? Funny, I always get messages when I get on live. I've got a couple people trying to help me figure it out. You do know how to do the end screens? How do you do them? I don't understand them, so I went in. Hey, Pete. I went in to like an older video and tried to add the end screen to it just to see how it would work. And it's telling me, like, I watched a couple YouTube videos and you click on the end screen and it pops up and gives you an option. Okay, yeah. Cam, hey, Two Family Homestead. I'm still sitting here pulling my hair out. I've been working on this stuff for 2 days. I've been helping a new YouTuber with their YouTube channel, uploading stuff and trying to do my own. I know you do them through doing while you're doing the upload. I was just playing around with it because a lot of people have end screens like where they have another video from their channel pop up at the end so somebody can click it, or like I was thinking put in like a YouTube clickable like subscribe button at the end, but I don't know how to do either one of those. What do you mean, Campton Family Compound? You mean like you come up on the screen with me and show me, or what do you mean by that? Yeah, Steve, I don't either. It's frustrating. No, not on the intro or anything like that. And then what's the impressions mean? I've been trying to look at the analytics too, and I don't understand any of that. And I've tried to follow, like, look up YouTube people that explain this stuff, and it just confuses me even more. The best life, yeah. I like it that way too. I'm trying to keep learning though and get better at YouTube. Living a Rogue Life says when you go to the end screen, it gives you options. To select the option, it will show where the subscribe will be located. Yeah. And then, like, you can move the cursor at the bottom of the screen or whatever you call that to, like, where you want to put the end screen at. And when I just want to put it for, like, say 10 or 20 seconds, I'll try to do that, but it won't allow it. It'll, like, push it towards the beginning of the video, too. So instead of just having it at the end of the video, it's starting from the middle of the video. So I'm not understanding it. Hey, Bomber Steve, how you doing it? I'm good. I seen you on the live yesterday. I can't remember what live. I've watched so many videos. And I seen that you said YouTube lives are better when you see me, or whatever you said. That was funny. I tried to reply back to you before the live got cut off, but I couldn't. Oh, okay. Living a rogue life. Thank you. Yeah. What time is it there now, Bomber Steve? I didn't wake up today. Well, I woke up really early. I think it was like 6 o'clock, and I worked on YouTube for like 4 hours. And I laid back down, and I didn't wake up until 1 o'clock. I think it's the weather. It's so gloomy and cold out. All right, living a rogue life. I'll do that. Do you have your email address on your about page? Let me know. Sorry, I'm not upbeat today, you guys. I'm just frustrated with all this YouTube. Hey, Camo, those, how you doing? I have another question. Does anybody know about, I don't know if this is allowed to be said, so I'm going to type it in the comments. And then if one of my moderators can delete the comment after I put it in there. So, be right back. Got a call. Okay, Camo and Bose. So I'm going to type this word in to the chat. You guys tell me what you think about upcoming videos like this and if you would be interested. Yeah. Peanuts, you're in Louisiana, right? It's really cold and gloomy and everything here in Ohio. The best life, you agree? Is that what that yeah means? I don't know what like all the technical stuff is with YouTube. I know some people say you can't say that on YouTube, or I don't know why, because it's legal. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I know there's a lot of content out on growing and unboxing videos, but I don't know. I don't know what the technical stuff is behind it, but I know people have told me you can't use the word. Yeah. Well, this will be like when I start this series. If I start this series, it'll be like the first video I put out. It'll be the first time I've ever tried it. Now, I've done the oil and salves and stuff like that, but I've never actually seen the flour or done the flour. And I'm really nervous about it. It kind of gives me anxiety thinking about it. Hey, Pafford Homestead. How are you doing? Ugh. Peanuts, snow in North LA and rain in South. It doesn't matter what spectrum you go to, you get one or the other, huh? Yeah, go ahead and delete it, Pete. Thank you. Oh, okay, the best life. So I just gotta be careful. But I can talk about like what it does for me, right? Yeah, it's cold here too, Pafford. All right. Did you guys see the clip for the pajama party for Wednesday? I'm excited. That's going to be a new series too. So every Wednesday for an hour at 11, we're going to do a pajama party. Me and Courtney from the Wade Family Farm. And I want to showcase the women of YouTube. It won't let you? Let me see if I can do it. I can't even find it. Really? The Best Life Essential Oils? Hey, Broussard's Homestead, how you doing? I'm just taking a break from working on my YouTube channel. I figured I'd get on and talk. Nobody's been online since 1 o'clock on live. That's crazy. So if anybody's looking for a spot to go live, anywhere from 1 to 4 on Monday. I haven't seen anybody's lives unless there's somebody I'm not subscribed to that went live. Oh, there it is. Okay, I got it, Pete. Thank you for trying to help. So what's everybody else doing? Are you guys bored too? You don't have anybody else to watch? I'll probably delete this video when we're done. Pete, did you get your internet all straightened up yet? You hear this traffic? This traffic is horrible today. My dog took off. I let her out to go pee, and she freaking took off. I don't know where she went. I've been yelling for her. You're working, living a reg life. Oh, they don't. The Best Life, I thought if you set it to private, that would be a strike against, or who said that? Broussard's Homestead. I thought if you set it to private after you upload a video, they put a strike against you too. The Best Life, where are you at? What state are you in? I miss working. But YouTube's keeping me busy now, so for about, I don't know, 4 months, I was pretty depressed laying in bed most days. But now that I have my YouTube community and doing lives and videos, it keeps me really busy. Oh, you're in Montana? What part of Montana? I was in, I don't know if we've talked about this before or not. Hey, Gail, Southern Living. But I used to live in Coram, Montana, up by Glacier National Park. I lived there for 8 years. And it's legal here in Ohio, too, But I looked into the regulations and stuff. Like, you can use it in Ohio, but if you were to grow in your own house, you have to have like all these permits, grow permits and stuff like that. And I think like for everything to get it set up through the Ohio ag, it ended up being like, I added it up. It was like $1,500 just to grow a couple of plants in your house. It was ridiculous. I don't have that kind of money. Hey, Tame, how you doing? Okay, Campton Family Compound, thank you. I'll do that then. I'll just set it to private. Best Life, do you know where the Veterans Home is in Montana? That's where I used to work. I love that place. They were union, so we got really good benefits, and the people there got taken really good care of. So yeah, when I decided to do this video, I had this is close to me and Pete, but I had a company send me some samples. So I want to put out a video, but I'm kind of nervous. Oh, Tame, you're from North Carolina. The state of the start of growing. Hey, Rayleigh. Creative Travel, how you doing? You just went to Montana over Christmas. I'm so jealous. I have my sister lives there, and all her her family and stuff, her mom. One of these days I'm gonna make it back to Montana. Hey, gardening in the north. Is that what I should change my name to? The Queen of the Lives. The most average state. Welcome back, Pat, for Homestead. I love Montana. It was just so hard to make a living there. It kind of sucked living in Montana because at least all I did was work and work and work just to try to pay my bills. And I didn't even get to go do like sightseeing or anything. Well, I got to go through Glacier National Park and stuff like that, and like the local lakes that didn't cost anything, and fishing on the reservoir and stuff. But to actually go to like the attractions, I couldn't afford to do because I was so busy trying to make ends meet. Rayleigh's from South Carolina. My brother-in-law lives 45 minutes from Billings. I would say move there. Yeah, my dad was born and raised in Glasgow, Montana. That was, I guess, the flat part of Montana. I've never been there, but I have a lot of cousins and uncles and aunts and stuff that live there, and I want to make it to their Glasgow sometime. Hey, Red Silo Homestead, how you doing? Not a veterans home. I'm sorry. I worked in a veterans home in Montana. Yes. Oh, okay. You got it. I thought, never mind. Yeah. And it was awesome too. Like, I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, but the veterans home was more, back then, it was more women or more men than women. We only had one woman in the whole facility. So it kind of made it nice. I loved working there. Like, their stories, and I, like anybody that knows me, I just love elderly people, their stories, their history. I love learning about them. And we had a resident that was what do you call it? A fighter pilot, and he had dementia, but he was so cool. He used to like walk around the nursing home and he'd be like all day long. And it was cool too because like I don't know if anybody here has experiences with nursing homes, but the veterans home, they have like a lot more freedom to do things. And that was the first nursing home I ever worked in that like the residents were allowed to drink. They could get prescriptions for like their alcohol or their non-alcoholic beverages. No, I wasn't a nurse. I've been a nurse's aide for 20 years. Hi, Adaptive. How you doing? Um, but yeah, that was the first nursing home like around meal time or med time. You know, when I first started working there, they were like, "Yeah, we got to get the whiskey together and the beer together," and I'm like, "What? Are you serious?" So that was pretty funny. And then when they did pass the law for Mary Jane, like I forgot about it. I voted for it to pass in Montana, and and I'm not a user of it. But if anybody else wants to do it, I believe that's their right to do it. I just personally don't like it myself. But I forgot that it had passed, and like the next time that I went to work after it had passed, I walked in and I'm like, what's up? Who's smoking? And everybody's laughing at me. They're like, don't you remember that the law got passed? And I'm like, oh yeah. And they're like, well, now that the law has passed, when we take residents out for their smoke break, they're allowed to smoke. And I'm like, that's so crazy. I'm like, I'm not doing it. I'm not taking them to their smoke break. There was another guy that used to live there. I loved him too. He was so funny. He had a prosthetic leg, and he was the word I'm trying. He was ornery as all get out. And during during his med pass, he would get a shot of whiskey every night. And usually, if a resident had whiskey, we'd have to stand there and make sure they swallowed it and everything before we walked away. And one night of the week, it was like one night of the week, he would get so smashed. He was so drunk. He'd be like falling out of bed and stuff. And we were like, how is he getting that drunk once a week off a shot of whiskey? We couldn't figure it out. But one day he was passed out and his leg had fallen off, and he had hidden a family member or a friend had snuck him in a flask. He had that flask in his prosthetic leg. So what he was doing, what we found out, was he's taking that shot of whiskey, and we thought he was swallowing it. He was spitting it in that flask. So at the end of the week, he'd get hammered. That's like the funniest thing ever. Yeah, the older vets are hilarious. I love them. Unless they get Alzheimer's and they're mean. I don't know how many times I've been beat up in the nursing homes. I know. I feel like really bad for my husband because that's what I specialize in, is dementia and Alzheimer's, sundowners. And I'd go to work, and I always work night shifts, so that's when they are like the worst. Or like I always end up working on a full moon, and it always really affects them. And I'd get like choked out. I'd have fingerprints around my neck or a black eye or something. And then me and my husband would have to go in public, and people think that he like beat the crap out of me. I feel so bad for him. Yes, the best life. I agree. Old people are the best. Bafford Homestead, I need a shot of whiskey now. If I still drank, I would be taking a shot of whiskey right now, as much as my brain hurts. I'll have to check out that video, Rayleigh. Thanks for stopping by. My internet's cutting in and out. How's my video? At least on my phone, it's cutting in and out. What's everybody having for dinner tonight? Gail Southern Living says CNAs have the hardest job. Yep. Most unrecognized people in the world, I think. I never really wanted to become a nurse. Like, that wasn't a goal in life. I always liked being hands-on and taking care of people. I didn't want to push pills and do all that paperwork. That doesn't sound very fun to me. Oh, Pete, I missed that comment. Wednesdays when they're going to fix your internet. I'm excited. And you can come on more lives. Bye to Family Homestead. I'll see you tonight on your live. Oh, red silo. Steak sounds really good too. Hello. I'm on the computer. I'm on live. Uh-huh. Nope. Nope. They said they haven't even released it yet. Has anybody heard about a stimulus packet being released yet? I have not heard. Well, Barrett was on the internet researching the stimulus packet, and it said that they haven't released it yet. Hey, Ashley's allotment, how you doing? What are you having for supper? Meatloaf? Pete's having whatever looks good in the kitchen. All right, living a rogue life. We'll see you later. Thanks for coming in, and I'll get a hold of you. No, there was no mail for you. Huh? Yeah, well, I'm not counting on it. Well, we'll see. All right, I'm getting off here. All right, bye. That's my brother-in-law. He calls me every single day. The $600 one. I don't know what it is. I haven't even like kept up with it because we didn't get the last one. I don't expect to get this one, so I'm not trying to get my hopes up. Yeah, the best life. I don't know. Ashley, that's funny. That's pretty cool. She has the volume down. She's learning to lip read. Something that will take a while to cook. Preheat. Oh, did you, Pafford? Did you get the first one or the second one? Hey, Nona Grace, how you doing? Oh, you got yours. Okay. See, that's my brother-in-law. He keeps calling me, asking me if we got ours yet. He got his he said he got his last week. him and his wife. It would be nice. We could use it, but I seriously doubt we'll get it again. Best Life says that they've got friends that got the second one already. I never thought of that, Nona Grace. Maybe they are doing it alphabetically. I don't know. If they're doing it alphabetically, we're not getting it because they done skipped over us. And I went to the website. There was a website that you could go to. I think it was the Social Security website or something like that. No. Some government website. I can't remember now. But I went there the first time to see if we were getting the check, and it said that we didn't qualify. And then when they started talking about the second check, that they were passing it, I went back to the website, and now it says it's disabled. You can't check it. So I don't know what's going on with that either. Yeah, Pafford Homestead, they're sending out a second one. It's not going well. I'm not a good person to go off of when reading lips. My lips, yeah, nope. Oh, Pete got the 600 last week. Woohoo. Maybe we can go buy dinner now, Pete. Oh, Pafford Homestead's only 4 away from 1,000 subscribers. That's awesome. Oh, really? What website are you using, The Best Life? Yes, the IRS website. That's what it is, Red Silo. That's what I was trying to think of. Boots and Bounty. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you again. You want a new bandsaw, but not looking good. If I was able to get that money, I'd probably just go to my animals and feed. Maybe some gas in the car. Thank you, Bomber Steve. I appreciate you dropping links. Oh, this weather makes me so tired. I was going to have some cracked chicken tonight, but I think I'm going to make a steak now. Whoever mentioned the steak, that sounds good. Woohoo! Pafford's only 3 away now. Anybody else want to subscribe to Pafford? Go help him out. Yes, just sharing the love. I think that's my motto in life. Yes, peanuts, animals, and feed. Story of our lives as homesteaders. I really do need to get a better grow light though. I've got for like my starts and stuff, I got one of those LED lights from Walmart. I think it was like $16, and I think it's whatever 1,500 watt or I know it's not 1,500 watt. I don't know what it is. I'm not very educated and stuff like that. But anyways, it's $16 LED. It was like a shop light, and that's what I got for my starts, and it works okay. But I'd really like to get one of those grow lights. Oh, I believe it, Pafford Homestead. Honestly, $1,200 won't go very far nowadays. Maybe back in the day it did, but not anymore. Canton family compound. That's funny. It says listening while I edit product review of Mr. Heater Buddy Heater. How do you get products to review for free, or do you buy the products and then review it? I'd like to be a product reviewer, but I don't know how to. And most of the products that I've looked into, like keto stuff, like different what am I trying to think of? Different supplements and stuff or whatever that I really believe in. I'm not going to just promote a product I don't believe in, but companies that I've reached out to, they want you to purchase the stuff first before they'll let you do a product review and give you a link. What is that called? Promo link or whatever. Hey, Primal Cajun, how you doing? Oh, you should only need 2 more now, Pafford Homestead. All right, Best Life. I don't even know what wattage that bulb is in there. Woohoo! Thank you, Nana, for updating us. Pafford Homestead, you're at 1,000. I hope everybody remembers to watch a video, like, comment, and share, or like, comment, and hit that notification bell so it sticks. You're welcome, Pafford Homestead. We love you too. Yay, Nona was the 1,001. Red Silo says kind of hard to do a review on baked chicken skin. I could do pork skins. Or not pork skins, but pork rinds. Pete, what's your sub count now? Are you still in here? We're trying to get Pete up to 1,000 too. We got him to 1,000 the other day, and then it went right back down. So mad. He went from 1,000 to 994. Chicken crackling, yeah. All right, Best Life. Stay warm, stay safe, and stay healthy. We'll see you later. Yeah, party time. Laugh out loud. I'm hungry. I'm hungry too. Chicken skin review. Thank you, the adaptive. At least somebody agrees with me. They say I could eat baked chicken skin all day long. Yes, Pete's still at 994, you guys. So if you're not subscribed to him, please subscribe. Yeah, Nona Grace, I agree. My numbers are going up and down too. Yesterday I lost 3, and then I'm back up 3, plus I gained 1. I don't know what they're doing with it. Peanut, same for you too. Hamburger vegetable soup. That sounds good. Yeah, I think like once you get a subscriber, it should stick. YouTube shouldn't be allowed to take them away. Especially when people are working so hard to get their subs up. The Adaptive says their subscriber count is 68. I've been doing really good. Like, if you guys haven't done lives or haven't got into it yet, I would really suggest doing some lives because that's really helping me out. And I went from, I think it was just 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I was at like 300 subscribers, and now I'm up to 529. So that's a heck of a jump. Nona Grace, how am I doing on my water intake? I do really good on my water intake. If you watch my lives and follow me a lot, anybody can tell you I'm always up going to the bathroom. It's because I drink so much. But I drink my water and my lemonade, my homemade lemonade, and I drink probably 4 or 5 quart-sized mason jars a day. If not in this, I'll drink it out of my mountain cup. How's your water intake, Nona? Gardening in the North. You haven't done a live yet. You want to come up on my panel? Once you get your feet wet, you won't go back. Or at least for me, I didn't. I love getting on the lives. But then again, I'm home all day and bored, nothing really to do now that it's cold out. I can't really spend time with my animals outside or in the garden. Peanuts. It's not much difference. You just click a couple buttons and then you'll be on live. Good job, Bomber Steve. I'll be looking out for that video. Nona Grace. I don't know. I drink a lot. But that's the only thing I really drink. I have a cup of coffee in the morning, decaf coffee, and then the rest of the day I'm just drinking the lemonade. But if I don't and I slack off every once in a while, I'll notice that I don't drink as much throughout the day. Like if I take a nap and stuff. Oh, when I take a nap and it ends up being a long nap in the afternoon, excuse me, I will get so dehydrated. And the minute I wake up, I know I got to get some water or lemonade in me. I don't like feeling dehydrated at all. Ooh, my dog just came back. Hold on. I'll be right back. Keela, come on, get in here. Where'd you go? You out hustling around? You're in trouble, Missy. All right, Pete, I'll be here. Yeah, it is nerve-wracking, Ashley, the first time you do a live or the first time you get on somebody's panel. But I think, and that's why I like going live and having people up on my panel that I know. It gets your feet wet and it makes you more comfortable when there's somebody else on the screen to talk to you. Yeah, that's a good idea. The adaptive. Where'd I go? My dog, Keela, took off earlier when I let her outside to pee, and she just came back. Hopefully she didn't get knocked up. Bomber Steve, have you guys went live yet by yourselves? I haven't seen any of your lives. And I thought when we got off that other live yesterday, I think it was Patford Farm. Is that the live we were on? I thought you said Sweeney Creek was going live last night. I was looking everywhere. I kept checking it every like 10 minutes. Never seen you came on. No, my dog's name is not Peanut. Her name is Keela. You want to come on now gardening in the north or another time? Let me know. Okay, I'll ask you another time gardening in the north. Yeah, it's much easier with a panel, Bomber Steve. I agree. Tomato juice and sauce. Wade Family Farm says they're getting ready to can tomato juice and sauce. Where'd you get all the tomatoes? It's too cold in Ohio to grow tomatoes right now. I'm trying to get gardening in the north to come up, but she says she's in her PJs. I don't care. She can be in her PJs if she wants, as long as nobody's naked. Bomber Steve, when you go live, you better let me know. I'm gonna come in there. Yes. Good job. Oh, Peanuts, I didn't answer your question earlier. I seen it and then I didn't answer it. I'm sorry. You do not have to have an app. If you're not at 1,000 subscribers. I'm not at 1,000 subscribers. I'm only at 529. And what most YouTubers use, what I use is StreamYard, and you just set up the StreamYard on your laptop or your desktop. You can actually do it on a tablet as well. And then it's really simple. It'll walk you right through it and tell you every step you need to do. You've been in your Carhartt all day? Hey, Live in Miracle Homestead, how you doing? Live in Miracle Homestead was live earlier today. I watched her. That'll be awesome, Bomber Steve. I don't care what time you go live. I'll make sure my alarm clock's set and I'm up for it. I was only going to be on here for a half an hour. I've been on for 50 minutes and there's 15 people in here. I guess that's a heck of a break from working on my YouTube. That's all right. I needed it. Do it, Peanuts. I'll come over and watch with you. I'll come support you and calm your nerves down. Okay, Pafford Homestead says you can do it on the cell phones too. I'm not sure because I've never done it. Hey, Bomber Steve, you want to come up on my panel? Hey, Pete. Glad to see you're back. Who wrote that? Where did that comment just go to? Living Miracle Homestead. That's so funny. Yes, the Power XL. I forgot it was back there. I need to move that box so nobody can see it. Actually, I was like really excited. Two Family Homestead came by yesterday and visited me for a little bit, and she gave me that Power X. It's a air fryer, and I've been wanting one for like a year, and she brought it to me, and I just like hugged that air fryer. I hugged Sherry too, of course, but I was so excited. It was like the best gift ever. Oh. Hey, at the Beehive, how you doing? Pina says, I'm going to pull you up on the panel if I can figure it out. I'm down. I'll do it. Hey, Highland Homestead. All right, Bomber Steve, I'll put the link up. Give me just a second. Nona Grace says, the cell phones, I think, have stipulations that you have to have 1,000 subscribers or 1,000 followers. Yes, she is so sweet. Yes, Courtney. So sweet. Okay, Bomber Steve, here it is. So, the reason I want the air fryer so badly, I don't know if I've told you guys yet, is to make sweet potato fries. So I'm going to be making sweet potato fries. I'll probably do that tonight with the steaks. Hey, Bomber Steve.
G'day.
How you doing?
Yeah, good.
What time is it there?
9 o'clock morning.
Wow.
Tuesday morning.
It just blows me away how different the time is.
Yeah. I've got everyone still asleep here, so I just got to be a little quiet.
Oh.
It's all good. I'm also on call today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I got somebody else on the panel. I'm going to let you guys talk for a minute, and then that way I can run to the bathroom.
Again?
I know.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, welcome to my panel.
Hey, this is my first.
Well, good. It's a great place to get your feet wet. And I'm going to leave you with Bomber Steve for just a second while I use the bathroom, and I'll be right back.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, this is a regular
What's going on,
occurrence.
Bomber?
Yeah, very, very good. And yourself?
Just chilling.
Yeah.
Chilling with the family, just chilling out after the session.
Yep. So I see on your channel you're a skateboarder?
Yep. Yeah, I'm an adaptive skateboarder.
Cool.
About 7 or 8 years ago, I had my left toes amputated. All the arteries in my ankle were blocked.
Yep.
So they had to do a certain procedure. Well, that didn't go very well. All my toes went black, and then they had to take all 5. Since then, I've just been like documenting my return to skateboarding through my YouTube channel.
Yep. Yeah. No, that's awesome. That you always admire people that don't let things stop them. So, it's.
I've got a heart of fire, man.
Yeah. I keep saying to people, it's only a hurdle if you let it be.
Oh yeah. I also heard like your injury, your amputation amplifies your personality, and I'm not too much of a jerk, if you know what I mean. I like to uplift instead of tear down.
Yeah.
So.
Well, hang on. Sorry, I've got a phone call coming in.
a phone call. Well, this is cool. I can do this from mobile. Like,
all good.
this is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's quite easy to get on, and yeah, you can.
So how
you can do it through
how'd you come
another.
up with the name Bomber Steve?
So over here in Australia, there's a football team called the Essendon Bombers. And they got their name from the fact that they originally were in an area close to an Air Force field. And I had a good mate when I used to be a teacher, and he just used to, because he was followed another team, so he used to just call me Bomber. So that's where it comes from.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I've got a few other nicknames that people. Yeah, I've got a few other names that people call me around the town, but yeah, Bomber's the one I like.
Yeah, I heard a lot of like. I kind of like Australia, like the musical background.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, we've got some.
There's
got
a lot
some
of
good
music
bands
that I listen to from Australia too.
Oh, yeah. So what do you like?
Well, I know this may seem like a faux pas, but my kids love the Wiggles.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All my kids love the Wiggles, grew up on them. It's like, and we still listen to them to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah, my kids love the Wiggles too. That's so funny. And Courtney, if you're still in here, quit getting on my lives and telling people I'm pooping. Come Wednesday, I'm gonna get you back for that.
Well, if you want to see the Wiggles in their first incarnation, go on to YouTube and have a look for a band called the Crickets. Because they used, I think it's the Crickets. They used to be a band. I have to make sure I get the right name. They were basically a pop band, and they put out a couple of songs, and they just didn't quite make it. So that's when they reinvented themselves as a kids band.
Well, you know what? I'm always listening to different kinds of music, and I'm always trying to expand my interest in the music industry.
Sorry, I had the wrong insect. It's the cockroaches.
The cockroaches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to a band called Papa Roach, so that kind of like parallel.
Papa Roach is awesome.
Parallel.
Prepping 101, you've been on my live streams enough to know better. You never know what you're going to walk in on our streams.
Hey, I'm always up for a surprise. You know what I'm saying?
Right. All right. So I've got other people wanting to come on the panel. So this is. It's okay. It's okay. You can stay. What I just want to say, when somebody wants to come up on the panel, just let me know. But I want to give everybody at least, a couple of minutes to introduce themselves, their channel, and get their feet wet and get comfortable up here on the panel. So when they want to go live or they want to get on somebody else's panel, they can do that. Bomber Steve, I'll keep you up here as long as I can, but I'll be rotating out a third person every few minutes. Is that cool with everybody?
Yeah,
that's cool with me.
All right. So do you want to tell us a little bit about your channel?
Okay, well, I got the name for it because I'm an adaptive skateboarder and I live in Nova Scotia, which is called the Maritimes. Down here around Nova Scotia, PEI, Prince Edward Island, they're all like the maritime provinces. And the reason I call myself the adaptive maritimer is I'm an adaptive skateboarder because about 7 or 8 years ago I had my left toes amputated because I had blocked arteries in my ankle and I had to go in to have a procedure done. Well, little did I know that procedure an angioplasty to open the arteries back up. Didn't I know that didn't go very well? A blood clot got in there, My toes went black and they had to take all 5. So that was not the end. I was not giving up skating at that point. I still had it in my mind. So, yeah, they went in, took all 5 toes, but that gave me a chance to turn my channel into something inspiring. I want to inspire people from my channel, because from that point on, I got back on my board slowly but surely, and I've been filming video parts, putting out video parts, documenting my return to skateboarding, even though I'm an amputee now.
Yeah, that's really awesome. And that's the whole reason I started YouTube too, is to inspire people. And I really like that you said that.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? We can actually just use the forces, the powers that be, to broadcast inspiration and lift other people up in community, as well as express ourselves.
Yeah, you're 100% right.
And really, I'm like honored to be on this like live stream, because this is like new to me. I didn't know about StreamYard, but now that I found out about it, it's gonna change. It's gonna revolutionize my channel.
Of course. I love StreamYard. It gives us all a voice to tell our stories, but not only that, it gives us a chance to connect with our communities.
Yeah, exactly. And I think community is a huge part in being on YouTube.
Right.
Like
I
Absolutely.
I can help you and you can help me,
right.
and we can all get a big positive message going out to the world.
Yeah. Well, all right, The Adaptive, I want to thank you so much for coming up on the panel, and I hope you come and visit us again and get on the panel again. And
That's a guarantee.
okay.
That's a guarantee from me to you.
Adaptive. I'll give you some homework too. I'll give you a band that you need to do some research on.
Hey, if you want, hey, anytime you want to drop a band or something from the culture, I'm more than willing to accept it.
Have a look at Spy versus Spy. It's an Australian indie rock band from the 80s and 90s. I reckon you'd like them.
You know what? I love indie, so I'll definitely go check them out.
Yeah, Spy versus Spy. They had about 6 or 7 albums out there. Awesome.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and take you down, put you back in the chat, and I'm going to go ahead and bring Gardening in the North then. Thank you so much, and I'll be watching for you to come back.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Hey, Jess, can you see that cheeky comment from my better half?
Do what?
Can you see the cheeky little message from my better half in the chat there? What a shock waking up to see your head on a live bomber, Steve.
I just seen it. Welcome. Hello, Gardening in the North. Thank you for coming up. I'm so excited. I'm glad you got up the nerve to get up here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you just fine.
Oh, awesome. Yep. So I'm using my iPad, and I said to my daughter, which way do I put it? Do I turn it up this way or normal? And she's like, just normal, Mom, normal. I'm like, okay.
Isn't it funny how our kids know like more about the electronics and technical stuff than we do?
Oh my gosh. I have to ask them for everything. I don't even know how I get videos out, to be honest.
That's funny. Well, can you tell everybody about your channel and who you are?
So I'll start with the name. So I watched a lot of YouTube channels from America, and as I'm watching them, I'm like, you know what, I really want to do this. I really want to share the experiences I've had, good and bad, the mistakes I've made. And I really started thinking about what I could name my channel so that it would be memorable. And because we are north of you guys, I thought that was a perfect way for anyone who sees my name knows that, or will maybe assume that I'm Canadian without actually putting Canadian in my title. And not that I didn't want to put that in there, but I really didn't want to put that in there. I wanted it to be more personalized than that. And at the same time, I had just watched Game of Thrones. So I don't know if anybody out there watches that, but Jon Snow in the North, right?
Yeah. I mean, I know a little bit about it because my husband's into it, but I don't really watch. I don't do a lot of.
It's so funny. So funny story. I actually said to my kids when I was going to start my channel, what do you think? I'm thinking about starting a channel, and they were all like, yeah, you should totally do it. And so I went out to my garden. I actually put together the beginning of a video. I brought it in. I'm like, look at this. Like, it was on radishes, and I was all excited. And one of my kids, I don't know if it was my daughter or my youngest son, said, Mom, you took it in the wrong format. And it's not supposed to be upright like that. And I was like, are you kidding me? This is way harder than I thought. So back out to the garden I went to redo what I had done. Finished the whole video, came in, took me hours to edit it. And then I kind of said, oh, I'm kind of scared. Like, I don't think I'm going to post this. And I didn't. And, 6 weeks, 8 weeks went by, and I felt horrible. So there is a really good motivational show on Netflix, and I'll have to remember the name of it. But basically, she says to be vulnerable, you need to have courage. And, you can't just go out there and do something. Nobody goes out there and does something without having that fear of doing that thing they're going to do. And I started thinking about it, and I thought, how am I supposed to teach my children to be courageous? Get out there and go to an interview. Get out there and meet friends. Just get out there if I can't do it myself. So I did another video in the right format and pushed upload, and I was so scared, and I got a lot of positive feedback. Like, I have to tell you, the YouTube community is so supportive. And so anyways, I've just been kind of putting out vlogs about, what we're doing here on our property, and kind of, what we're doing with our harvest in our garden, and hoping that people like it. So I'm hoping, like, I really wanted my channel to be well-rounded, so that people who don't necessarily can, or compost, or have chickens, or whatever could still come to my channel and find something that they like. So I don't know.
I think that's really awesome, and that's kind of like what I like to do with kind of the same statement you said. I like to do these lives. I think I'm pretty personable, and I just like to help other people out and get them up here and get their feet wet, because the lives have really been a benefit to me and really opened up, because I don't like to be the spotlight. I don't like to be the center of attention. And when I feel like when the camera's on me and it's just me, I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to say? What am I going to do? So I know how nerve-wracking it is to get up here and talk to people. So that's the kind of platform I like to do with my lives, is to be able to open up other people's, fear of getting up here.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Like, thank you, because
You're
I
welcome.
have been wanting to do it. And it's scary, right? And then I'm like, well, what if my mic doesn't work, right? And like, do you ever get worried that someone's going to ask you a question that you just don't know the answer to, but you really do know the answer to it?
No, because I have like 20 other people in the chat that can back me up. If I don't know the answer, maybe Bomber Steve might know the answer, or somebody in the chat will be able to help me out and answer it. And that's the whole point of this is, we're all learning the technical stuff. I don't know the technical stuff of the YouTube or anything like that. So if I don't know it, somebody else is going to know it. So that's what it's all about, is us learning and growing together.
Yeah. No, it's
Gardening,
awesome.
one thing just for future ones, if you have a look at your video feed, see how the lights behind you are sort of dominating, and so you just need a little bit of front lighting of some sort. So whether it's a little lamp or something to throw light from the front, because your camera will pick up the lights above your head, and then it will darken you. It'll adjust itself for those bright lights behind. So
okay,
yeah,
that's awesome.
That'll just let me we can see your face.
Yeah. No, awesome. I wasn't sure where to do it. I wanted to do it somewhere where it's like kids aren't running in. So I'm actually sitting at my son's gaming desk because he's outside skating right now. So
no, I've got a gaming desk behind me. So I've got a big window right in front of me, but I've got the blind right down, so this room is actually quite dark.
Okay.
But the light is uniform, so there's no hot spots for the really bright light, which means the camera is able to pick up my face fairly well because it's a fairly uniform light.
Right. And I can tell that my face, when I look at the screen, is much darker than the two of you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just want to say, so the Beehive, he's been with me on lives from the beginning. He's like one of my partners in crime, and he says, Jess used to be shy, but now she's the YouTube rock star. And he is so right. I used to be so shy and quiet when I came on the lives, and now I'm just like,
yeah, right. You were never shy and quiet. Give me a break.
Oh my goodness. No, you've just seen me since I've blossomed, Steve.
Oh, okay. No.
And then Peanut says that, where was that comment? Oh, hold on. He said something. My chat just jumped on me. He said something about he's just going to bring his goats and his dogs up on his live stream, so he's not alone.
Hello, we're on the move. We're going mobile.
I'm on the move. I want to see if my plant room is better. Oh, I can't reach my light.
I'm just going to do a link for the Beehive, the Bumblebee project.
Okay. Thank you all who's came in. If I've missed you, saying hi to you, I'm sorry. You know, I get on here and start talking, I can't read.
No, not any better.
Yeah. No, that's much better.
Is it much better?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's much better.
Now it's on my forehead.
Yeah, but at least we can see your face. Yeah,
no, you've got much more uniform light there. That's really good.
Okay. I wonder.
Miracle Homestead says, gardening in the north, you're doing great.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
The Bumblebee says, Bomber Steve was shy and quiet too. I have a hard time believing that one.
Yeah, I'm a fairly reserved sort of fella.
He likes to pick on everybody.
Yeah, well, that's a national pastime, so.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm still on the move.
That's
How is
right.
that?
Yeah, that's really good.
There we go. Good.
I'm assuming that's underneath your house.
So I'm in the basement and I'm in my unfinished storage room. So this room here is actually my grow room. So you can see the rafters, but I actually have my iPad sitting on the shelf where I have my lights.
See, Sweeney Creek agrees. He was never shy. All right, I'm going to throw the link up if anybody wants to come up. I think Ashley's allotment wanted to come up on the panel. But it was really wonderful to meet you. I hope you come back and take the opportunity to come back up on the panel and get to know all of us and just keep cruising along YouTube.
Thank you so much, Jess.
You're welcome. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.
Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Thank you, Steve.
Any new snake jobs, Steve?
No, it was pretty quiet. I didn't have one yesterday, so it was all nice. It was nice. I had a nice and quiet day.
Nice.
And it's not going to be too hot today. Still fairly warm, but
yeah. Barrett, my husband, he's been talking about that dang lizard your wife showed the other day, that blue lizard or whatever.
Yeah, eastern blue tongue lizard. Yeah.
He's been talking about that for days. He wants one of them now. And he's petrified and scared to death of snakes. And I said, it looks just like a snake. He said, no, it doesn't.
Is he on Facebook?
He is on Facebook.
Get him to look up blue tongue owners or blue tongue groups. There's blue tongue breeders in America as well. So
maybe getting one of them. I ain't having one of those in the house.
They're a beautiful little lizard. They're just really chill and yeah, they're really cool.
I would do a bearded dragon before I would that thing.
Yeah, well, the bearded dragon and the eastern blue tongue share habitat, so you often see them. Often see them overlapping. The blue tongues will come into people's backyards, whereas the beardeds tend to stay out in the bush or the forest. Yeah, but where our property is, we've got a fair bit of forest around us, and the bearded dragons are quite common out in that area. Unfortunately, I've had to take a couple that have been squashed on the road, taken them off. So we have quite every country that has road kills. So we lose a lot of snakes and lizards and other animals on our roads, but yeah, it's always a challenge.
Hey, Celtic Roots Farm, thanks for coming in. Hafford Homestead, I might take you up on that offer. Oh, Sweetie Creek says she's with me. She loves bearded dragons too.
Yeah, we're going to get a pet one when we get out on the property.
Can you just like catch one and make it tame? No,
you have to get a captive bred. So for me, if I catch a snake or a lizard for relocation, I'm only allowed to hold it for 24 hours, and then I have to release it.
Oh.
So if I was caught keeping lizards or anything that I caught, I could be delicensed.
Oh wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's called poaching.
Makes sense.
Yeah. There are some special regulations that allow it, and also some big snakes are actually caught by people, and they end up in laboratories up north where they make the anti-venom. But generally, most lizards and snakes that are caught have to be released back into the environment. Bearded dragons are also very popular in America. They're a very, very popular pet.
Yeah, I bet they are. I mean, they're very popular here. I know a lot of people that have bearded dragons, so I can only imagine.
Yeah. They're a bit more
Australia, is Australia the only place that they come from, or?
Yeah, they're a native Australian lizard. So yeah.
Okay.
Don't think they're up in Papua New Guinea, which there used to be a land bridge between Australia and Papua New Guinea. So we do share some animals, but I'm not sure about. I think it's a bit too far north for the beardeds.
Ashley's allotment says I have a bearded dragon. She lives next door. Oh, that's funny.
But one of the other catchers that works with Chris and I, she actually caught a sand goanna yesterday, just on the outskirts of Bendigo, which was a pretty rare sight. So they get to about 2.5 feet length.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did the fire go out? He's in there. Oh my God, woman. I must have let the fire go out. Well, I get on here talking. I've been on here 1 hour and 20 minutes now. So it's been 1 hour and 20 minutes since I checked the fire. So who's up next? I don't know. Sweetie. You
see
too.
what I said? It's a national pastime about being picked on.
I wonder if she dreams about you going on lives. And she's dreaming of you and your lives, and then she wakes up to you on live. Oh, I don't like iguanas. My stepdad had an iguana when I was growing up, and that thing was mean as heck. He'd let it run around the house. And the only time he put it in the cage is at night. But any of us kids try to walk past it, it'd swat us with her tail. It swatted me one time so hard it left a welt and it broke its tail on my leg. And we were never mean to it or anything. It just, I don't know what its problem was. Do you have iguana? You have iguanas there too, don't you?
We have goannas.
Oh, okay.
And goanna is actually it comes from the word iguana. It's actually a derivative. It's a mispronunciation of that, which became the name of our lizards. But they're not an iguana. They're actually a monitor lizard.
Sweeney says nope. What are those poisonous dragons you have there?
Komodo dragons. They're up in Indonesia.
Is it their bite or the saliva that's poisonous?
They actually discovered that they actually have a mild venom in their bite. So they used to think it was the bacterial effect of their bacteria in their mouth, but they've actually found that they're actually venomous.
Huh.
Yeah. So the Komodo dragon is the largest monitor lizard in the world, and the second largest is the parenti, which is the big goannas that we have here in Australia. And then the second one is the lace monitor, which we have around this area in Bendigo.
You read Sweeney's comment there?
Yes, she has to put up with me 24/7, so yeah, she's allowed to pick on me.
That's so funny. I love it.
If you want to see a video of Komodo dragons eating, there's lots of videos on YouTube, and it's pretty amazing. They're just brutal animals.
Oh, I bet.
But they are what they are. That's how they've evolved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have, what video was that? I have a friend. He's like, I think he's 15 or 16, Geo. And we were doing was it a butcher day? Oh no, we were cutting piglets that day, and we had taken a break. So I took a video of him. He is hilarious. He's trying to grow as an actor. He does a lot of auditions and stuff in Hollywood and New York. And he was taking a break from cutting the piglets with us. And we're sitting on the side of the truck, and I decided to do a video clip of him of doing an impression of Australian accents. Oh my gosh, he was hilarious. If you get a chance, you need to look up that video.
Yeah, hopefully he's good at it, because
he is very good at it.
Yeah. Usually, particularly when an American accent tries to do an Australian accent, it's hideous. It's just absolute. Yeah, but if he's good at it, that'd be good.
Yeah, he is good at it. He had me laughing so hard. I was like, I cannot believe how good you're at this age. Pete says hello, Barrett.
Hello, Pete.
No, I'm not going to get a couple of Komodo dragons for pets.
No.
No.
Just defang them.
Defang them.
Yeah, I wouldn't even have a lace monitor. They're just nuts.
I wonder if they do extract the poison from them, like they would do, like the cobra and stuff. You know how they extract the poison from their fangs? Did they ever do that for scientific purposes?
I don't, because Komodos basically don't pose a threat to people. Then they research them so they know, what they are and what their venom is. But there's no need for any anti-venom or anything like that. So yeah. They like to eat water buffalo and things like that.
Really?
Oh yeah. So they'll.
Did not know that.
Yeah. Oh, they're big. They're a big lizard, and they hunt in packs as well. So.
Yeah, if I brought home a snake, Barrett would probably divorce me too. It's funny because my daughter, she had one of them rubber snakes, but it looked real. And I was like, I'm gonna borrow this from you. And she was like, all right. Well, we have a wood burner, and underneath the wood burner, we have like the cement, what are they called? Cement blocks or whatever. that our wood burner sits on. So every morning when he wakes up, that's the first thing he does. He goes to the fireplace to check it out. So I wrapped that snake around that cement block. So he sat down on the stool and opened the wood burner stove, and he looks down and sees that snake. He come unglued. He comes flying into the kitchen. There's a snake. There's a snake. And I was like, well, go do something about it. I'm not doing nothing. And he was like, oh my God. He was freaking out. He finally went in there and he picked it up with the wood burner, the poker for the fire. And he realized it's fake. And he comes in. He's like, you're a jerk. You're a jerk. Hey, Bushcraft family, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, most snake relocators will have had a call out and they've had to go, and it turns out to be a rubber snake. It's quite a common thing that happens. It hasn't happened to me yet, but yeah.
Hey, Kinfolk Farm, how you doing? We're good. We're just chatting it up like always.
It's never a dull moment with Jess around here, especially on April Fool's Day. I gotta leave the house. You got everything trapped.
Fishing trip.
Yeah, April Fool's is my favorite holiday of the year. Hands down.
I told her one year, I said, Jessica, you know, you can pull the pranks all you want and everything, but don't mess with my coffee.
I put soy sauce in the coffee pot one year.
No, that's just cruel.
Yeah, it's funny. Have you ever heard of those Raisinets? Have you ever heard of them?
Heard of what? Sorry.
Raisinets.
No.
They're raisins, and they've got chocolate on top of. They're coated with chocolate.
Oh, yep.
We call them Raisinets here. Well,
Okay.
one April Fool's, I got some of those and I put them in the bottom of his coffee cup. So when he got down to the bottom, he thought there was a bunch of rat turds. He spit that coffee across the room. That's about all the pranks I've done over the years on him. I've never, ever got them recorded. So this year's my goal to record them. Last year I put, the beef bouillon cubes.
Yeah.
I put those, I unscrewed the shower head and put them in the shower head. He's showering. He's like, what the heck? Why does it smell like beef in here? He said, now I'm going to have to take a whole new shower.
Yeah, I think Barrett needs to just get out of the house on April 1st. Just go for a road trip somewhere.
Yep.
Now, what fun would that be?
I think the beehive should jump in here. I haven't seen him for a while.
Yeah, Celtic Roots says if somebody did that to me, I'd strangle him. He's come close. You know how when you sleep, sometimes you sleep with your mouth open a little bit. Well, he was sleeping one day, and I went in there with some Tabasco sauce and tipped it in his mouth while he was sleeping. He's like. He's like choking on it. He said, "You're trying to kill me, woman."
Watch you. Jessica's giving your wife ideas.
Yeah, next thing I know, Sweeney will be in there doing pranks on you.
Yeah, she's probably in there taking notes.
Bushcraft family says that their birthday is April 1st. That's awesome. The best life says messing with coffee is just evil.
It is.
Especially when you take a swig of soy sauce.
Yeah, I mean, I love soy sauce, but I don't drink it.
Oh. Hello and welcome.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
We're good. How are you?
All right. Wow, got it on the big people. Everybody can see I haven't shaved for a little bit.
That's all right. I haven't either.
Oh, that was a 2-pointer.
So you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and your channel?
Sure. My name's Gil. Obviously, it says Gil right there. And I'm Camp Patton Family Compound. And the name, everyone keeps asking, why? What's the name? Camp Patton? You know, all right. My wife's last name is Campbell. She was in the military, and it was such a hard thing at the time to change her name, so she just never changed it. And so Camp Patton. And so she came up with that email when we started doing scouts 15 years ago. So she has an email, just Camp Patton. Family Compound comes from the property that my parents used to own back when I was a wee little lad, where all the relatives would all come over. Everyone would congregate there. And they always called it the compound. So, but I just retired a couple of years ago from the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. I was the emergency management coordinator, so I plan, all sorts of plans and stuff for how to deal with fires, floods, hijackings, pandemics, which was totally ignored this year, or last year and this year. But anyways, so I, retired, bought a property up here in Idaho, got out of California. And so I'm fixing the place up there. My wife is still working for another 4 years to go, and then she'll come up here and stay for full time. But we just bought another house up here as well, a second house. Yeah, we bought the one across the street, which is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath house. So it's across the street from where all the grandkids are. So she can actually be able to come up here after it closes next month and work and not being interrupted by the kids. She can telecommute work real easy. She's an accountant. So, but I don't know if fixing this place up. I mean, the place had been neglected for years after the old man that had owned it before died. He left it to his son, who rented it out to different people, and it just got run down. And so we've been spending a lot of time fixing things up. Of course, the old man himself was the king of jury rigging. Mickey Mouse, whatever you want to call it. The wiring in this house was a disaster. So I've done several videos. I've been upgrading the wiring. I do videos on emergency preparedness stuff. I guess I'm doing one right now. It's uploading right now. It's got another 14 minutes to upload. I'm doing a product review of the Mr. Heater Buddy portable heater. And so I cover a lot of stuff. I got 2 live streams, Tuesday nights and Friday nights, the Tactical Tuesday and the Friday night special. And I have guests come on that have background in emergency preparedness, and that's generally what we discuss, either emergency preparedness or homesteading stuff. So, I got videos on running the 1939 Ford N9 tractor out in the fields, plowing, disking, leveling stuff around, and people get a kick out of that old thing. And I think that thing is a trooper. It will not die. And then I got my small Coyote I bought 2 years ago, little compact tractor that has the loader bucket on it and a backhoe attachment for it, and brush hog attachments and stuff. And I've run all those videos and stuff, and show people how to put underground water lines in using PEX pipe, how to do electrical wiring. I put in an RV dump station here, so when people come to visit, they can pull the trailer in, hook up, be able to hook to the sewer, hook to the water, and plug in. And I did videos on that. I just try to share everything I know. My dad taught me to be a jack of all trades and a master of most. And so not a master of none, a master of most. And so, I said, I retired from Homeland Security. I've been doing emergency preparedness training since, for over 45 years. I'm a master electrician, a master welder, a operating engineer. And so I've got a lot of skills to share with people, and that's just what I do.
Sounds awesome.
And if anybody can find anything I'm doing wrong and a better way to do it, let me know so I can learn.
That's what I'm always telling people. Please let me know what you learned so I can do better.
So you're in Idaho?
Yeah, I'm in southeastern Idaho, between Pocatello and Idaho Falls.
I spent 3-4 days, I think, in Boise, and I just loved that city. It was an American city that felt like home. It was very similar to some big cities here in Australia, and the people were just so lovely. We had a fantastic time there.
Yeah. Originally, I wanted to buy over on the western side of the state, up of Boise, in a county called Adams County, up there by the city's called Council. But my daughter was going to BYU, Idaho, up in Rexburg, which is 45 minutes north of where we are, and they wanted to stay on this side of the state. And my wife goes, "Well, I want to be near the grandbaby, so you better start looking on the eastern side." So,
yeah, and Boise Broncos fan here. I follow a real football team, not this Ohio State that other people might follow. No.
You know, I get more crap for this Ohio State chair than anything else in my videos. I don't even watch football.
That's what I thought. I couldn't work out because you don't seem to be a real football fan, but you're sitting on a football chair.
Hey, this chair was free, and it's really comfy.
That's all that matters.
Somebody had it out by their dumpster at their driveway, and I picked it up.
The channel sounds really interesting and got some good information for people there. So,
I'm not much of a sports fan, you know. I mean, back when I was a teenager, I was into watching football, but the football I watched was the Pittsburgh Steelers. I grew up with Franco Harris, Lonnie Lott, Rocky Blyer, and those guys, and so I used to watch them because at that point I lived on the north rim of the Grand Canyon during my junior and senior year in high school, and later on, about 3-4 years later, I was actually back in Pittsburgh, and I got invited by a friend to go. Hey, I'm going to a barbecue. They said I could bring a friend, so we went over there, and it was at Rocky Blyer's house. And so I got to meet the Pittsburgh Steel Curtain.
Yeah, I didn't mind the Steelers, but they're in the bad books for me this year because we needed them to win in the last week for the Miami Dolphins to get in, and they just fell over like a bunch of dogs. So not happy with them at the moment.
Yeah, like I actually haven't even watched a football game in 7 years. It's like, I got too much other stuff to do. It's like, you know, right now, the last year and a half, I've been just working on the place here, fixing it up and fixing up the house in California, getting it all taken care of so that when my wife comes up here, we can rent that out without any problems.
What part of California is she in?
In the San Francisco Bay Area, in a little town called Martinez, which is famous for two things. Number one, the martini was invented in Martinez in 1851. And the second thing it's famous for is the lowrider car. The first lowrider was built there and taken down to a show in Los Angeles. And all of a sudden, oh, cool, we're all going to make lowriders.
Huh. That's pretty cool. My family, my dad and my brother and my sister are up in Redding, California.
Yeah.
Way north.
Yeah, I've been up there a few times by Redding. Gone up hunting up above there for deer and stuff. But like I said, we just had to get out of California because the great nuisance has been ruining it, and his predecessor, Governor Moonbeam. Yeah, we have all sorts of fun names for those guys.
Yeah, I've been trying to get my dad and everybody to move out of there for years, and finally they decided they're going to move out this year. Sometime this year, they're going to be moving to Tennessee, so I'm super stoked.
Tennessee's not. I've been through Tennessee a little bit. It's nice. But I didn't want to go that far east.
Yeah. I mean, I personally wouldn't pick Tennessee, but I can't complain. They're only going to be 6 hours away from me, so I'm happy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a hey, we're coming down. We're going to spend the night, and then we'll come back.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I've just opened up another tab. I've just got a map of America, so I can just sort of see reference exactly where everything is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a fair idea, but every now and then you just need to.
Well, that's all right. There's a lot of people in the United States that don't even know where the states are.
Yeah, my grandmother was probably the most patriotic person you ever met. She put up 6 flags on Flag Day. The last 6 official flags, so the 50 star, the 48 star, 42, she had copied all of those, and she put all those up. And she could quote the Constitution, and she was one of these ones. I mean, she had her living room had all the 1776, all the collector plates when they came out with it. She had photographs of all the founding fathers and stuff. Yeah, if you badmouth the founding fathers, you wound up having to write a dissertation on why you shouldn't, why all the good stuff they did. But then that said, her maiden name was Schwartz. Her grandparents came over from an area that in Germany that bounced between Germany, France, Germany, France, Germany, France, depending on who won the last war.
Yep. Yeah, there's particular people that came from those locations on border areas and within Europe. Yeah, I've got in my family tree a line, and they're technically Italian, but they're more Swiss because they're up on the Swiss border.
Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed that people that do have relatives that come from border areas, when they come here to the States and stuff, like even if they're 2nd or 3rd generation, it's been ingrained to them. You're in a country that you don't have to worry about going to war every 15 years to someone trying to take over your land.
Yeah, it's been a lot of strife through there.
Yeah. So Jess, you were talking about doing in screens earlier at the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Well, in about 4 minutes, I can show you how to do in screens here.
Okay.
Because mine will go to the point where I can move on to doing in screens. It's one of the things. It's interesting. I've noticed a lot of people they'll do is when they upload a video, they don't change the video tags either for each video. Customize them for each video, which limits your YouTube picking it up and throwing it out there in front of people.
Yeah. Well, I do I don't know if you've ever seen my channel, but I do a lot of keto. I do information on how to do keto and tips. And then I also do cooking and homesteading. So I have a lot of genres mixed in. So I never set my tags as the same thing every time.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So if anybody else needs to learn end cards, pay attention, get a notepad or pen or something.
We've got about 3 minutes before I move off to this screen where I'm at onto the next screen where I can show how it's done.
Okay.
What's interesting is if you're doing a certain type of video and you want to tag in other videos of the like genre, sometimes it gets a little complicated if you have a lot of videos. Like this is my number 354th video. So I got a lot of videos to go back through to try to match to it for different things. And generally what I've wound up doing is to make it simpler. On my playlist, I have an emergency preparedness playlist. I have a how-to playlist. I have a product review playlist. And so sometimes I'll just, put the playlist, hey, check out this playlist for more stuff on emergency preparedness, or check out this playlist on more product reviews, or, that way they're in there for whatever it is. So I have a playlist for Harbor Freight because I use so much Harbor Freight tools around here, my cement mixer and stuff. So I'd say, hey, all right, check out the Harbor Freight stuff. Now
you can only have 9 playlists though, right?
I got 15 playlists.
How do you get more? I thought you could only have 9 out of
I'm not sure. Well, I got a bunch that are private ones.
Uh-huh.
Like I have a playlist of other channels, of videos I save from other channels.
Oh, okay,
And
yeah.
so that's not public, that's private. And so only I can see it.
Yeah.
But I probably have at least 12 that are out there that everybody can see.
Mm.
And yeah, so there's, okay, it says 35 seconds. We'll see if it actually takes 35 seconds for it to finish up. But yeah, there's a lot of things you can do. I've heard a lot of misinformation. People, oh, you can't do that. Yeah, you can. And so there's, a lot of things to do on it here. Let me do this here.
Okay.
Share screen.
And let's see, there's a question in the comments. Somebody is asking, how do you customize the URL for each video? I don't think you customize the URL for each video. Just
no, YouTube customizes it for you. I mean, they assign it, and that's it. All right, so this is the screen I'm on now, processing. Now from this one here, I just went in, I put in all my stuff, my the name of it, description on it. I put in my customized thumbnail, and then I added my customized tags. Go to the next one here, and then monetize on, because I have done it. And then everything, I let that all, I usually go with everything that YouTube pick how they want to put them in there.
okay.
And then I go suitability, inappropriate language. I'd have none of that stuff there, so that's none. Next. Okay, end screens. All right, there's end screens and cards. Two different things. End screens, I'm just going to import from a video. And I'm going to import it from the tea kettle. That's one way of doing it. And okay. I just imported my, and it take end screens play the last 20 seconds of the video. Okay. And what I do with them, I stagger them. So let me if I catch this here. So as it plays, you see how the one item popped up there? That's the logo. And then my emergency preparedness pops up. Then my how-to, and then gardening. And I'll probably just go ahead and use those playlists because that's pretty generic. Now, if I wanted to change one, I would probably change the gardening one if I was going to change it for something. And then I would edit it. And then I could pick from one of my other playlists here. And I can put Harbor Freight. So if I want to put Harbor Freight in there. And that way they can see my Harbor Freight playlist. It's that simple for doing it if you import.
Okay.
Now if I was to go ahead and say I want to see if I can get this to do it right. Okay, so I deleted that one. Now if I want to add just a video in now, I have my choice here. Video, playlist, channel, or links. So I'm going to choose a video. And it's saying most recent one. No, I don't want the most recent one, but I also want to drag this back down here to show up at that point. And so up here, choose a specific video. And for this one, I am going to add the electric kettle in there since the last product review I did. And everyone really liked that one. And so now that's in there. You just pick your what you want to do. And the thing is up here, you can move these around to where you want them at in here. I put it out in the far corners. And so it kind of, they appear in an order of upper left, upper right, lower left. That's just one of the ways I like to do it.
Now you made it way easier than what I was trying to do. That bar that you're moving right now,
yeah,
the back and forth one, I thought that was the only one I could move. I didn't know you could actually click on, where you're at right now. I didn't know you could click on those.
Yeah.
And I was trying to move it with that first cursor that you were on. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah. So you like I say, I try to change, so they're not all blasting at one time. They pop up here, and I actually had to ask someone, hey, how did you do that? He goes, oh yeah, you just click, you get it so you get the back and forth arrow to pop up, and then you can move it. And it's like, dummy me, I should have known that.
Yeah, that's what I thought while you were doing it. I'm like, seriously?
Yeah. So
that'll be a big help for a lot of people watching.
Yeah. And so now that I have that there, I'll hit save. And boom. Now, if I want to add a card, cards are a little bit differently. So I go over
What
to
is
that.
the card?
Huh?
What is the card?
I'm going to show you.
Okay.
So cards. Now, so this is the video, and this line here plays across the video. So I'm going to put this over here to about right about, let's see, let me play it. All right, so right there, at this point, cause I didn't put the sound on, so you guys can't hear what I was just listening to. I'm going to go up here. I have my choices: video, playlist, other channels. And I've on some of mine put other channels up there specifically because they've had a complimentary video, like with Steve from Corsair Trainers, or Anthony from Palmetto Prepared, or Anthony from Manifestations of Imagination. I'll put their link either to their channel, or I'll put a specific video up there of theirs.
Okay.
So right now, the first one I'm going to do is put a playlist. So I'm going to click playlist. That pops up. And since this is product review, I'm going to do product reviews, because one thing you got to realize, whatever you put in your end screens, you can't duplicate it on tags. And since I pulled the product review off the end tag and put up just the kettle, I'm going to put the product review one here to do it. Because if I try to put like product review playlist on both of them, it'll go, you got an error. You can't do that both. Now, they're supposed to be fixing that, but I don't know if they ever got around to it. Let's see here. Go over here. I'm doing instructions. Talking about instructions. What I will do here, probably right about, I'm talking safety there. Putting it back. So here I'm going to add another card. I'm going to add a card. Oh, wait a minute. I got to put in here. But I don't have to, because that's that. Video. Now, video does some things a little bit differently. And let me go down here to what video I want to put in there. You know what? I'm going to throw in a shout out video.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Now, when I do other people's videos, I'll have to fill in the custom message and the optional teaser. And what I'll do here is I'll go over here. I'm going to pull up. I'm going to add a card. I'm going to do a video. Any video on YouTube. Now, bear with me a second. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to pull up YouTube, and I'm going to pull up here. Let's see. Corsair, Trainer Trainers. Corsair Trainers. And there's Steve's. All right, so what I'm going to do is go into Steve's channel. I'm going to pull one of his videos. I'm going to go to videos. And which one I'm going to do is going to be, so I'll throw up his product review of the 4 Patriots stuff. So to do that, I just go ahead and click on it. Then I come up here and I click on the URL up above, copy it. Go ahead and close that out. Paste the URL there. There it pops up. Click on it, and there it is. Now it's going to want me to put something in here, and I'm going to put Corsair's Trainers, and only you have a limit of what you can put in here. PRODUs. You can do 30 EW is going to put me 31. Dang it! So I'm not going to be able to put just I got to figure out an abbreviation to pop up there. PROD period review. product review. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy that down there, scroll down. Okay, I'm just going to put only 3 cards. You can put up to 5 cards in.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so I'm just going to put 3 cards in and do save. Boom. And then I go next. And I'm going to mark this as public because I know it meets all the stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and publish it. And I'm not going to worry about I might as well put it on here. So I can actually publish it also to Facebook. So check out the Mr. Heater Buddy, Buddy. There we go. Oops, I forgot to put the period on there. There we go. And post. I'm now done there. Close that. And it's totally, and it's out there, and it'll be showing up shortly. Now, if I need to go in and correct something, I can go to content off of on the channel here.
Uh-huh.
I can go into content, and there it is. It's going up. I had a malfunction there. The first time I tried it, it didn't work. So something deleted. So okay. So I can go back on any of these others here, and I can go in and add. All right. See this one here. I want to edit it. I can go in here to the edit thing. Go in, and I can edit anything in here. I can add end screens. I can add cards to old videos the same way as we just did. Let's see. I'm maxed out on that. So there's really nothing much I can change here on it. I got it to 2 playlists, and those are emergency preparedness and how to. Yeah. So there's not really much anything that I can do on it to change really, unless I want to. Oh, yeah, there is. So I've changed my Friday Friday night special. So I'm gonna pull that off of there. Control X, Control V, and then I will delete that. And come on. There we go. So since they're both at start at the same time now, I made it so they're both the same time. Our Friday night special used to start an hour later than Tactical Tuesday.
Okay.
And what happened up? Okay, something happened up there. There we go. Now, so anytime you change, if you set your live stream for a certain time and you put it in your things to let people know you always have live streams, and you change something, you can go back and change it. If there's something happens that you want to get rid of out of your description, you can go back and you can delete that out of the description, or you can update the descriptions. Some people have a fun time. They create 4 or 5 different thumbnails, and they'll put it out, and then 2 weeks later they'll go change the thumbnail to see if it'll attract more attention.
Yeah.
And they'll find out which thumbnail attracts the most attention, and then they leave that thumbnail on it.
Huh. That's a good idea.
Yeah. And one of the things I learned from Two Family Homestead, if you look right here up there, you can see how the S in days is barely covered just a hair by the length of the video. And so that's I used to have more stuff over there. And so basically you got to figure out that bottom right-hand corner, YouTube's going to put the length of your video on it no matter what you put up there.
Right.
So try to keep it clear. And then I just go back to channel. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Yeah. All right. There we go. Over. All right. And you can go. Yeah. You can see how some of these ones here I've got trying to keep it clean later on here. Whereas if I go back a ways, it starts hitting into some of the stuff I'm typing on there just right over the top of it.
Right.
Now, a couple of these here you just obliterates part of the title on the card. So
that's awesome. Thank you so much for showing me and everybody in here that you made it look a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we are, more comfortable looking at us like this.
I'll put a link to that video in the chat. So if people want to just click on that now, you can see the end result.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, it's probably I've already gotten 2 comments on it, and it's probably one is probably from Steve, the other one's probably from Uncle Al, because he hits really quick on them.
Now, how long have you been on YouTube?
June 17th. So coming up, it'll be 2 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And the first 6 months, basically the first 5 months, all I was doing was just putting up some really stupid, poorly done videos, just practicing some of the, and they're still up there. My first several videos are still up there because I had a cheap camera and the sound malfunctioned on it. So I just had music playing around the background as I walked around the property as we were pruning the lilac and stuff like that and working on it. And a couple of them were just slideshows from pictures I had taken when I came up the previous year and just was doing work and sending stuff I was doing to my wife. And so it was just a picture slideshow of what had been going on. But as I learned more, and I learned a lot from Will at Just in Time Prepping before he started having health issues. And he invited me up on his live stream. So that's how I learned how to do live streams was from Will. And, then I got invited on a couple other live streams, and I've been bouncing around on some live streams, plus the 2 I do. And it's been, it's not that hard. Probably I would say my number one and number 2 inspiration for doing a YouTube channel was Daniel Arms of Arms Family Homestead and Dutch of Keeping It Dutch.
Oh, okay. I'm subscribed to both of them.
Yeah, and I'd on Facebook, I subscribed to both of them, and I made some comments to Daniel, and he actually replied back to me and stuff. And told me, he said, "Go ahead and do it. Look at my first ones. You'll laugh your butt off at my first ones. They are so stupid because I was just learning." But he leaves them up so everybody can see what it's like when you first learn. So there's not, he doesn't hide his mistakes.
Right. I've thought about that too. I've went back and watched the very first video. I've only been on for 6 months, but I've grown quite a bit since then. And I've watched those first videos and I'm like, oh my gosh, I should delete this. But I think about it, I'm like, no, because that's where I started and other people need to see that. Yeah.
And that's the thing is, people out there, don't be afraid of putting out stuff. It's not that hard. It's fairly easy. YouTube has made a studio has made it a little bit easier, even from when I first started.
Yeah.
And you don't have to put in screens on. You don't have to put cards in. You can. You can't. If you want to grow your channel, though, pick a time and do live streams about a topic that you're passionate about. And
there's our friends to Family Homestead. Welcome back.
Yeah, hey, there they are.
They must have heard you talking about them.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I've still yet to do on my channel. Let me go back here on my channel, and he's pointed it out, and I've got to do it. I just been so busy I haven't had a chance. And let me show you what he told me to do to my channel. There we go. If you want to share it there. My banner, because over here where you get to the compound part, he says on certain devices it chops it off, and so I gotta go back and find I gotta come over redo my banner here and move this more to the center and shrink it down a little bit so that even on handheld devices they can read Camp Pentland Family Compound, and I'll reduce down to teaching our family to leave something good behind, or come up with a new slogan or whatever for it. But, to center it up. So that's one thing I still have to do. But, and when you do your channels, everyone, make sure you go to the about page here. Put information on the about page. If it's blank, a lot of people won't subscribe to you. They just flat out won't. They want to see what you're about. Yeah. Some people hide the channels that they're subscribed to. I mean, here's some of my favorite ones here that I've got here, and of course, Steve, Corsair Trainer, Will, Just in Time Prepping, Reed, and Anthony. And if it goes on, I got more over there. Southern Ohio Prepping. He's always on my live streams, but there's a whole bunch more channels that aren't showing up. It's not all showing all of them, but I got over 800 channels I'm subscribed to, and I try to watch, at least 20 videos a day, especially at nighttime when I'm getting ready to go to bed. I'll start watching videos and stuff. Sometimes when I'm working on it, a video will pop up and I'll play it really quick. Playlists, create playlists for the different types of videos and stuff. Now you notice here, my liked videos is private because that's mine. No one else sees that. I've made earthquakes private just because once the earthquake is over and done with, people don't need to go back and reliving the video again. It's like I could have put out a video today. About an hour and a half ago, Russia had a 6.8 earthquake.
Wow.
So, but then I got private videos. One's from Reed. When I save Reed ones, I save them to a special private list. I got other channels, and I got some of my own ones that I've marked private. I just moved them that way. So I even got some of Arms Family Homesteads ones I saved, and so I got all my different types of ones that that are either private or not private. So you can make sure you do, and try to have at least several videos for that before you start making it. Videos and stuff, but your homepage, setting up your homepage, an introduction video. Keep it short. Even if 5 minutes, that's a little bit long, but everyone says it's a really good one. But you can set up these things here on your these groupings here right off the bat here. I have some of my playlists out here in front. I have my featured channels I subscribe to. So I have my most popular uploads, and then my most recent uploads lead it off. And so right now my most popular upload is mixing 7,000 pounds of cement by hand with a Harbor Freight cement mixer. So, and right behind it is lamp oils, the emergency lamp oil fuel. But those type of things on your page works good to get stuff up there. When people go to your page and they look and they go, "Oh wow, I've seen pages where they don't have anything up there yet."
Yeah.
They have to click to see what videos they have. You got to click on the video tab, and if you have it here on the front here, when they go to your page, they go, "Oh wow!" And the colors. Daryl at Two Families says colors. So coloring in all the words and stuff that makes it the video pop out and get their attention to look at it on the thumbnails. So, but go ahead and pop that out.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Oh yeah, I mean it's like this, and with all the craziness going on in the world, hey, we're sort of we are a weird extended family here on YouTube.
Right.
Because there's so many people here that will help us out if we have a question. And I tell you, I've learned so much from Brett at Broussard Homestead, Steve at Corsair Trainers, Reed is. Anybody want to know about solar power and electronics? Reed at Manifestations of Imagination. That guy is an electrical engineer, computer engineer. He uses $10 words sometimes, and I have to go back and watch the video again. Okay, what does that word mean? But he has some very good, down to earth, and he tries to make it simplistic on how to do the stuff that he's showing how to do, whether it's setting up a solar panel system, his gardening, and stuff like that. And I also learned something really good from Anthony Pinello Prepared. Sunflower seeds. You want black seed sunflower seeds if you're going to press it for oil, not the regular white sunflower seeds.
Yeah, it's amazing. I learn something every time I go on YouTube. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, what do I got there popped up here?
The other thing that I like about YouTube as well is that, yeah, you can have, you know, really expensive, quite high tech gear, but you really don't. You can get a good channel going with just simple gear, just with your phone.
Oh yeah.
You know, like it's accessible to everyone. One thing I've been meaning to show, just to help people that use their phone for filming, this one that we've used quite extensively, is one of these guys. So if you're a phone filmer, this is one of the best investments you'll ever make. So this is a Joby Gorilla Stick, or Gorilla Pod,
Yeah.
and it's got a phone bracket on the top. So how that works is that will then hold your phone, and these metal engineered pods on there are flexible. So if you need to film in a gateway and you want to be able to hold your phone up high, you can actually wrap that around the gate post so that it'll actually hold onto it. And then with this little release here, then you can turn it sideways. So,
Pretty slick.
so that could be holding onto a gate post or a tree or anything, and then you can manipulate that around, and it's really cool for doing garden-based filming. So it becomes a little tripod. And Rick at Lala Farms was demonstrating it yesterday as well, and he stands by this one as well. He also gave some really good information as well that there are third-party copies of the Gorilla Pods, and they're really not worth the money. They're a cheap knockoff that you can get in Amazon, and he certainly said, don't do it. If you want something like that, get the real deal. Get the Joby brand, and we've had no problems. Like, this is just absolutely rock solid. We've been using this for 4 months, and those pods are still tight. Like, it doesn't get loose, it doesn't squeak, and it doesn't carry on. So anyone that films with a phone, that will be the best $100 you'll ever spend in your life.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I noticed a lot of people also using when they have the long stick, they get the stick that has to hold the phone out farther as they're walking around, that has the counterweights down near their wrist or something, so it's not bouncing all over so much, kind of to help steady it out.
Great tips.
Yeah, because I started out with a little cheap tripod. The problem was, out here every now and then we'll get gusts, and my kept blowing over, and so I spent I went out to spend another $29 and got a heavier duty one, which I actually love. Which is, I got everything kind of part here. It's this monstrosity here, but it's got the different extending things on it. Plus, the center post here cranks up as well too.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so I love this little thing. It's heavy, but I'll still carry it around because it's so heavy. It doesn't move a lot on me when I'm carrying it around, when I'm walking around with it. That's just me.
My tripod is probably 40 years old, and it's broken. And it was for some type of camera, and the handle on the tripod that you can move it back and forth. I put my phone. I have one of those. I don't know what you call it. One of these rings on the back of my phone. And I put it over the handle of that tripod and hold it. It's so rigged.
Hey, if it works, it works.
I've just got to do a couple of acknowledgements. Sweeney's Creek Farm, who is my better half, Gil, she just said that that's the longest she's heard me not talk. So well done. You've actually kept me quiet for a long time while you were doing that demonstration.
Yeah.
And the other one too, it was actually Julianne was the one that found that Gorilla Pod, the Joby stick, and she said, "Oh, we should get it." So it sent me down to buy it, and yeah, as I said, that and a tripod and our new camera is making a big difference. So actually, I'll get that out while I've got that here too. And this is also proof that you don't need to spend big bickies to get a good camera. So that's our latest edition.
Yeah.
So that's a Canon M50, and they're a good entry level camera. Julianne did a lot of research, and we decided to go with that one. And that's also the one that La Farm uses for most of their filming as well. So
And that's what you use to post all your videos?
it will be now. We had a bit of a problem with this. Basically, the first time we used it, we had it on a tripod like Gil just shown. Here's another tip for people using a tripod, particularly on a windy day. Make sure there's a sandbag or something putting some weight on that tripod on a windy day, because ours blew over and it landed on the grass and it damaged the lens. So
this one has a little hook on the bottom, and if I'm out there and it's really windy, I'll put a bucket of rocks on there to hold it steady.
Yes, yeah. So we've actually got footage of the camera suddenly tipping and going smash on the ground, and it landed on grass, and we thought it'd be okay, but the actual focus in and out of the lens actually broke, so we had to order a replacement lens.
Yeah. I noticed several. I mean, I've noticed Daniel Arms. His has gone over at least 6 different videos. I've seen it where he's out there, all of a sudden it goes, and over he goes.
Doesn't take much because the tripod's so light and the camera makes it top heavy. It doesn't. We've just learned the hard way. It doesn't take much wind to knock them over.
Yeah, that's on my wish list, is an actual camera, and I was wanting to get a Sony too, but these I've been recording everything on my cell phones, and they've been doing really good until the speaker went out on my cell phone. So now that's why I need to look into a camera.
Well, what I've been filming mine on since I would say probably around end of July of 2019. I upgraded and I got this $99 off of Amazon.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, this one comes with the microphone on it and everything on it, lens cover and stuff. It opens up, and you got all your settings and stuff here, and it has some on-screen settings you can do as well. But for $99, it's okay. 2 things I don't like about this cheap bargain basement one is that 53 minutes and 52 seconds it'll shut off no matter what. If I'm doing a time lapse, it shuts off, and so basically around 50 minutes I got to run back over, turn it off, turn it back on.
Yep.
So that way I get, like when I was doing the time lapse of the guys putting the new roof on the California house, I was running out. I had my timer going, run out there, start, stop. So I could try to get the entire thing. The other thing is sometimes this one here, I don't know what it is. It's a great little camera, except for this other problem is I'll be filming and the light will be blinking and nothing recorded. And that's happened probably about 12 times in 15 months. So it's like,
yeah.
That happened to me on my phone, but that was my fault because I actually still had it on photo rather than video. So instead of getting a bit of video footage, I had one photo of the cow. So Jess Sweeney's just dropped a message there. A secondhand M50 because you can pick them up at a good price over in the US because the M50's just brought out a new model. So the previous model, which is still a good camera, you can pick them up at a really good price.
Well, I'm hoping once my disability gets approved, they'll still be out there, be available.
Yeah, what I'm looking for, it's going to probably cost me about $400. Is I want to get the Sony Alpha body that does the video as well, because my mom was a photographer and she had Minolta cameras. And I got all these Minolta lenses, which when Sony bought Minolta, they turned the body, into the Sony Alpha, so it accepts the bayonets of all the minolta camera lenses out there. So I have all these lenses, with the super telescopic, the macro, the wide fish angle, all those lenses, but nothing to use it on because I don't want to shoot 38 millimeter photo stuff. I need a digital camera, so I just gotta save my pennies and stuff so I can, afford to get that the Alpha body for it.
Yeah.
Of course, now that I'm monetized, it took me since September to get up to September. So into September, October, November, December. Yeah, 3.5 months to hit $200 on my monetization.
Oh wow.
But that's also a lot of live streams and stuff. Oh, and people, something I found out which nobody told me about. Once you become monetized, you have to manually go back into your content and click monetize on every single video.
Oh.
It doesn't do it automatically.
Mm.
Good thing to know. I did not know that.
That's a convenient little loophole for them, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So I didn't find out till 3 weeks after I got monetized.
Wow.
That I had to go back and change all those settings on all my videos. So I spent several hours just going back, yes, click, each single video, doing all the stuff to get it monetized. And then stuff that they said had no problems with before, all said, oh, wait a minute, that little bit of music in there isn't totally copyright free. Yeah. So on several of my old videos, I said, all right, mute the first 20 seconds of the video. So they would, I had at first they said it was okay to use the what's it called? It's one of the things from The Princess Bride, the dance music for it. And so that's what I had for 20 seconds during the beginning of my my videos and stuff. So yeah.
Love that movie. That's a good movie.
I was going to say that's one of Jess's favorite films.
Yeah, we have it 2 VHSs and 2 DVD copies of it.
Yeah, one Julian and I, it's one of our favorites too. It's a great film. There's so many classic lines in there.
Inconceivable.
Yeah, I drop that every now and then. When we're not quoting Monty Python, that's another one we go to.
Oh, there is a Monty Python. You'll love this. There's a card game called Monty Python Flux.
Okay.
And part of the rule it covers the Monty Python Holy Grail is the main movie it does, but it says you get extra points for quoting lines.
Okay.
A card will go, quote this line, and every turn you quote this line, you get to draw an extra card. And you can't repeat quotes. Yeah. Now, Monty Python Flux is one of my favorite, people sitting around playing card games, simple one. But let's see, I'm going to check in the side chat here. Don't forget the Canon refurbs come with a warranty. Yeah. Just reading everything up there. My views don't go up. My watch minutes aren't. Okay. Let me check something out here. See if I can do this. I was just reading Ashley's allotment one. Control C. Go over here. I'm going to go ahead and check that out. I'll put it up there, and then I will go through and look and see if I can help Ashley out later. Got it off to the side. So later on, I'll go and look at some of her videos and check it out and see what you do. Now, interesting thing is, so I started in June 16th or so, or 17th. it wasn't until into late, I guess October, that I had my first live stream. That's when my views started going up.
Now, do your watch hours go up with the live streams?
Oh yeah. Well, a second here. Let me pull something up here. Channel not comments. I want analytics. Hang on. Analytics. Okay. So let me put this up. Share this again. There we go. So probably your best friend on it, when you go into off your main thing, you go to manage your site, manage your stuff, analytics. Now this shows me what my here's 17 views so far on that video we just published. But it doesn't have any of the other information. I won't have that other information on there for like 4 or 5 hours. That won't show up. But if I look at the previous one, this is on today is, so this is Friday night special, managing balancing your preps, 141 views, 43 replays, average view duration 11 minutes. That's because at the end of it, I had a raid from another channel. They came in for 5 minutes, a whole bunch of people. So that dropped my average down, but it also boosted my views up.
Yeah.
Peak concurrent views was 59. Now I go click see channel analytics. It goes over here. And so I had 4.3 watch hours on that live stream.
Wow.
One live stream I had, one of my first live streams actually was was in December of 2019 on the Quadrants meteor shower. And that had something like, and just on the thing had something like, I think it was 15 watch hours in one day.
Wow.
Because that happened to be a good topic and was at the right time. It was right after a couple days after Christmas, and people were still on Christmas break, and they were bored, and they went to YouTube and they hit my channel, and that was one of the best ones I had there. But and as you can see here, this also gives you your once you monetize, gives you your estimated for the amount of time. And the thing is, everyone, you got to realize it's not totally on how long they watch it that you get monetized for. It's how much of the ads that pop up. If they watch the ads, you get more. And there's a bunch of us out there talking. If you watch somebody all the time, watch their ad. It helps them. Well, I don't want to watch the ad. I want to get into the live stream. Guys, I had it in a video, but I'm going to give you the secret right now. You go up here to the tab. You right click on the tab, duplicate. Whoa, I got the same thing here going on. It's identical. But actually, let me go back. Let me do it this way here. Let me bring up, I'm going to do one, I'm going to bring up someone else's channel here on the side here and show you what I'm talking about. All right. Yeah, I'll bring up Kathy, North Star Prep Center, her live. Now, that's her live coming up. That's I gotta save that. So let me do this. Duplicate. There we go. Take this and go back, because that's her live coming up here in a little bit. Let me see if I can find one here that I know is monetized that I'm going to get commercials on. Let me go back here. I know this will work this way here. COR. Course, because Steve and I were joking about this earlier. Because every time I go and respond to a comment he made back to me off of his, I was getting a commercial on every single one. So this is this morning's live stream. See, commercial, right off the bat, commercial. Well, if I don't want to watch the commercial, what I'll do is I can go duplicate, go back here and skip ads, and now I'm watching the live. But hey, over here, the ad's still playing for Steve. So Steve is still getting the ad credit without me actually watching the ad, but the ad is playing. And sometimes you'll find some of the ads are actually interesting. Like, well, wait a minute, maybe I want to see this ad.
Hey, that's a good idea. I never thought of doing that.
And it's like this one here.
Gil,
Yes.
I did hear someone, or saw someone post the other day that if you mute the ad, that it actually doesn't count. Now, I'm not sure if that's right or not.
I don't know or not, but if because I know a lot of ones that a bunch of us were muting them and doing them, and we were still showing that we were getting what the time. So the other thing too is you just save it until you're going to go do something else. Then you unmute it, let it play while you're outside doing gardening.
That's right. Yeah. Indeed.
Yeah. So there are a lot of ways you can support channels once once they get monetized to get them where they're earning their stuff. Kathy, this is the one here. I don't need that one here. But like for like Ashley's allotment here, which I'm going to go back. Number of videos. She's got a fair number of videos out here already.
You guys have to take a bathroom break real quick. Go ahead and
all right.
continue. I just didn't want you to think I just logged off.
Yeah. Hey, Steve at Corsair Trainers, he'll say, all right, guys, and he'll say someone in the chat, he'll go like, all right, Bumblebee Foundation, you're in charge while I'm gone, and he goes gets a cup of coffee. Of course, then we all start making comments and then retract our comments. He goes, all right, what were you guys saying while I was gone? But if you want to go back and help somebody, go back and watch some of their videos and stuff. I've just heard, I haven't been able to confirm this, that if you watch more than 5 videos in a row, you should, try commenting on them. You can't just let it run all night long.
Yeah.
Because it's a bot is viewing it.
Yeah.
So if you watch 4, you comment on all 4, and then you go to another channel, watch a couple there, then you come back. If you bounce around like that, then it thinks it's a real person watching it. Even if you just let it run, some of them run like a playlist. You can go to a playlist and view full playlist. And a lot of people just start play all and play right through it and make comments and stuff. But the problem is once you do 4 or 5, you got to stop it and then play something else, then come back to it.
Yeah, the analytics on viewer behavior is pretty spot on. It seems to analyze people's viewing habits and trying to work out whether it's an actual person or a bot. So they've certainly got it pretty well tuned in, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing that people say as well is, and it's a common one we're pushing out there, that if you subscribe to a channel, make sure you go in and hit the like button on a couple of videos, hit the notification, watch a video, comment on it, and that just makes you a better chance of making your subscription stick. So, and that's also just, if you just go through and hit the subscribe button, your subscription's probably going to fall off. Yeah.
But even still, depending on how you watch the videos, or if you subscribe, you like, you comment a couple of them, and you don't watch a couple. If they only put like one out every couple of weeks, and you get busy, you don't watch them, sometimes they'll fall off. It'll fall off anyways. The interesting thing is with it that the analytics go totally weird sometimes, and it also depends on your watching habits whether it thinks you're actually watching stuff or not.
Yeah.
Morning Light just stopped by here. Hey, hi. And so if you really want to watch and support a channel, when their videos come out, go in there and click on it. Like right now, I just had a friends pop up, and I'm first one in there, FIRST. So I'm first one to make a comment, and that's one of my trademarks. Is if I I try to either make a comment right off the bat so they know. And then I'll go back in there also on sometimes like the one that I just did that on. It's a friend of mine at Minuteman Prep. He's doing the 8 best solar generators or battery boxes. And so basically, I know he puts out some good stuff. Ben's a great guy. I'll go back in. I'll probably watch that 2 or 3 times to glean all the information off of it. He's another one like Reed at Manifestations of Imagination. Just puts out so much information. You gotta wait a minute. I gotta watch this again. My head's exploding.
Well, Jess, I'm gonna call it quits there. I've got a household to get moving, and I'm watching you eat, and I'm getting hungry. I haven't had my breakfast yet, so I'm going to go fire up the toaster and have some Vegemite toast. There you are.
Yeah, I think we're all gonna hop off here. I've been on here 2.5 hours now.
Yeah,
So
that's not bad for a 30-minute break.
no.
Hey, some of my early lives, a couple of them that were good, the side chat and everything was going so good on it that we actually went 3.5 hours. Like, guys, I got to cut it off. And I kept getting excited. No, this is getting fun.
Yeah. All right. I'll catch you later, guys.
Yes, Steve, thanks.
Oh, hang on. There's Julianne. All right. Bye, all.
Bye.
All right, everybody out there, stay happy, stay safe, stay prepared. And remember, if you're happy, you will have less stress.
Wow, you almost say the exact same thing I say. I always say stay happy, stay healthy, and stay safe.
Yeah. And stay prepared, especially in these times. Stay prepared.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming on, Gil. I appreciate it so much. I learned so much in the time that you've been on my panel. And I hope all the viewers enjoyed it and learned something as well. And I hope to see y'all soon.
All right, Jess, if you have a problem doing those end tags and end screen and the cards to it at some time, email me and we'll set up a private live stream and we can help you work on it that way. Oh,
okay, cool. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
All righty.
All right, bye everyone.